Strong house, you gotta start with a solid foundation. This is Rick's House, the home improvement show.
Hey, y'all, this is Rick Allen, host of Rick's House Home Improvement Radio Show on the road. And let me tell you about my friends at Knox Rail Salvage and Old City Kitchens. Joel Piper and the team there have been friends of this program for a long time, and they want to be your friend. Friends, they have got the best cabinets, the best products. You say, Rick, is it seconds? No, everything's first quality. They do have some seconds if you want to get a deal, but not on kitchens and not on about everything they have in the store. So trust me, they're part of our team. They want to be part of your team. And in this environment where building materials are going through the roof, they're going to have the best prices on the best products in Knoxville or anywhere in the surrounding area. Call them today. See them online. KnoxRailSalvage.com, OldCityKitchens.com. A Rick's House favorite.
Hello, this is Pete with Sanders Plumbing Company. We've been your local, trusted plumber since 1989. We're not a franchise or a branch of some huge company from out of town. We're your friends, neighbors, and part of your community. Let us take care of all of your plumbing needs, and we'll treat your home as if it were our own. Sanders Plumbing, quality service for quality people. Call 922-9175.
Stover's Liquidation knows that the cost of materials to build or remodel a home is going up, up, up. But our prices are low, low, low at Stover's Liquidation. Great prices every day. Luxury vinyl plank starting at just 69 cents per square foot. Pre-finished hardwood flooring starting at just $129 per square foot. Appliances, 40% less than you pay at the big box store. Just in, beautiful 3/4 by 6 pre-finished hardwood flooring. Several great colors. Get it before it's gone. Come shop us at Antioch, Oak Ridge, or Cookville, or online anytime at stoversliquidation.com. Stovers.
Want the good, the bad, and the ugly of home improvement? You found it. This is Rick's House.
Oh, well, it's Rick's House. If you got a question, he'll help you figure it out. 'Cause it's Rick's House.
Good Sunday afternoon to you. Coming to you live from beautiful, cozy mountain cabins in Crosby, Tennessee. Thanks for joining us on the program. We're at Creekside Bliss, one of our favorite places in the entire world to be. Creekside Bliss is fabulous. And we're just having a good time. Amy's enjoying the hot tub outside, and I have been watching the Sports Source and seeing what was going on about the ball game. Stayed up, fell asleep in the fourth quarter. Just couldn't get it done, but that happens sometimes, so we know the deal. Computer cut off, so I don't know if it's actually streaming live on the Rick's House page, but it is streaming live on the Rick's House Radio Show, on the Rick's House Radio Show on the road, RHRS on the road page. So we got that going on. We got a lot to talk about today. I'm excited about that. Always great to be with you. This new Sunday afternoon podcast is something we're going to be doing, and we're going to be doing it live from a lot of places, Baker Boys Pizza and some of our other folks that we have an opportunity to go to and see and do and visit and all that kind of stuff. So we are excited about that. I don't know if I just put us live on there or not. Well, we'll see. We're going to find out in just a minute. Yeah, there we are, live from Cozy Mountain Cabins. So All right, good stuff. So that's on there as well. So you guys can get that done. Now that'll help the cause. That way we can make sure that we're getting done for you everything that we can get done, and that I'm seeing all the comments. That's the thing, is I have to bounce back and forth between them to be able to see the comments. And Dwayne, good morning, my brother. Good to see you. Sorry about the loss of your dear friend Wendell, and a good friend of mine too. Was a good man, but in a better place. So we see that coming on. If you can tell, I'm in a cabin, and I really hope to get you all some information in my Dolly Parton mug, I'm going to call it, that I'm feeling pretty. My Dolly Parton mug that they had up here in the cabin. But, we're way back off the road. There's a beautiful creek behind us. We're going to post some pictures. This is our happy place. Dwayne, I just got that sad news about and the anniversary. Well, obviously your mom's birthday. I know that's a tough one for you. Appreciate you doing what you do for us out in Oak Ridge, and we love you too, brother. You and Darlene, thank y'all so much. And that's the reason I do this, folks. I ain't gonna get rich doing it, and I ain't trying to get rich. I just want to pay my bills and do what it is we do and help folks the way we want to help them and point you in the right direction. Now, if you need a cabin that's got sleeps 2 or 20, Anita at Cozy Mountain Cabins has got that. We're here, Cozy Mountain Cabins, Cozy with a Z. CozyMountainCabins.com. That's how you get to us. We'd love to hear from you this morning as we continue to do the show. Vance will be joining us here in just a little bit, and so we'll get that rolling, and we'll make it happen. So we are excited as I drink some of that Steampunk Johnny's coffee this morning. I was saving it till I started the show. And so I just started that, and so that's great news, and we're going from there with it, and it just, I don't even put creamer in it. It just, it's just got such a good roasted flavor to it. Yeah, I don't want to mess it up by putting creamer in it. Going to the cabins, and as I've done many cabins, and we've been there, and we understand how the cabin folks are interested in doing them in such a way that they are awesome and beautiful, which they are, but they're also interested in doing them as frugally as they can, because obviously it's an investment. They want you to have a good time. They want you to do what you do, but they also want they want to be able to do it frugally. And that's something we've been talking about on the radio show, and especially on WJBZ 96.3, and it's something I want to talk about here on the podcast, because when I was first starting out building houses, I was shooting for perfection, and perfection is really hard to get, and I got really frustrated with that, because it was something that I wasn't quite sure how that if I could achieve it, and that's something that is difficult to do. So now what we strive for is as close to perfection as we can, and that's what we look for. And that's got to be the standard. That's got to be the standard in what we do, because that is what we can do. And so, that being said, it takes a lot of pressure off. But when I look in these cabins, I go in and they're just breathtaking. I mean, they're just like, wow. But as I look at them, all of them, everybody's I'm not singling out anybody. I look and see where part of the mystique, part of the comfort, part of making it what it needs to be. Here's the remote over here, honey, if you need it. Mom just come in from the hot tub. But part of the mystique is that you never even notice, because it's so fabulous to be here. Part of that is literally just the creativity It's like when you go into your favorite Mexican restaurant and the creativity used to achieve certain looks with things that are not usually done like that. I mean, a lot of trimming here is rough, rustic. If they need a 6-inch piece, they'll put a 6-inch piece. We talked about that last week, to make it happen. And I think that's just what makes it so special, because I promise you, if you was having to bring your material out to where you was going to homestead on a wagon, or was drugged on a drag behind a team of horses, you was using every inch of it, And I think sometimes when we build our homes, we just get so tied up and, it's got to be perfect, and it ought to have character. Now, I'm not talking about something that's structurally unsound or something that's, in such a way that it doesn't do a good job for you. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about the character of it. To me, it makes it unique. It gives it that hominess. It gives it that little extra something. And we're going to talk about that today. We're also going to talk about Miracle Method, my buddy Chris and Emily and Brian, the team down there. What a great job they're doing about this safety package. We talked some about that yesterday. And, I'm always looking for something to share with you. I'm not going to do a long show today because, quite honestly, I want to enjoy the beauty of this cabin and its setting. It's on the creek. It's just been a fabulous morning. It's very comfortable. I would move stuff around, but sure as I do, I'll lose connection because we are kind of up in the, as my buddy used to say, we in the woodsies. So that's kind of where we are, and that's okay. We like to be here. We might go Sasquatch hunting after a while, because literally that's where we're at. But of course, we're a quarter of a mile from a Dollar General store market and a gas station and everything else. So we feel like we're out in the wilderness, but really and truly we're not that far away. So that's part of it. So we're going to share that with you today. You can send us messages in the chat room today. I won't support the internet feed, will not support everything on some of these places when we're far away and local, but Cozy Mountain Cabins, Cozy with a Z. That's where you find a beautiful space and a beautiful place to relax. We come back, we'll be talking more about it. You're listening to Rick's House. Hang on, youngins.
Hey, y'all, being from the country, I've learned one thing for sure. Your equipment can be the difference in a good year or a bad one. That's why I choose Beard Equipment. Quality products like John Deere and Steel, chainsaws, tractors, lawnmowers, you name it, they've got it. Parts, service, and a team you can count on. Call them today, 850-769-4844. That's 850-769-4844. Remember, Beard Equipment, a team you can count on. 4625 Highway 231, Panama City, or online at beardequipment.com.
Hey, y'all, this is Rick Allen, host of Rick's House Home Improvement Radio Show on the road. Let me tell you about my friends at Knox Trail Salvage and Old City Kitchens. Joel Popper and the team there have been friends of this program for a long time, and they want to be your friend. Friends, they have got the best cabinets, the best products. You say, Rick, is it seconds? No, everything's first quality. They do have some seconds if you want to get a deal, but not on kitchens and not on about everything they have in the store. So trust me, they're part of our team. They want to be part of your team. And in this environment where building materials are going through the roof, they're going to have the best prices on the best products in Knoxville or anywhere in the surrounding area. Call them today. See them online. KnoxtrailSalvage.com, OldCityKitchens.com. A Rick's House favorite.
Hey, y'all, this is Rick Allen, and let me tell you about one of my favorite companies, Top Septic. If you need a new drain field, or maybe you're having a problem with your existing drain field, or maybe the septic tank just needs to be pumped, they are the folks that can handle it for you. They know what they're doing. They're an American-owned company run by a veteran who wants to give you the type of service that you're expecting. Top Septic. Call them today, 865-599-1690. 865-599-1690.
Hey, y'all, this is Rick Allen. For 20 years, my wife and I and our family have been eating at Senior Taco. It's one of our favorite places. If you like seafood, they've got the most fantastic seafood in Knoxville. Not only that, great deals and specials on any type of Mexican food you like. Remember, Senior Taco on Broadway, and they cater too. Go by and see them, have a great meal, and tell them that Rick's House sent you. Hey, y'all, being from the country, I've learned one thing for sure. The difference in experience can make the difference between a good job and a bad. That's why we choose August Excavation for all your excavation needs. Whether it's pouring a footing, laying out a footing, pouring a concrete driveway, excavating a basement, or whatever your excavation needs may be. August Excavating. Call them today, 423-736-1402. 423-736-1402. Now listen, if you've not been to Baker Boys, have y'all tried Baker Boys pizza yet? Oh my good gracious. Let me tell you something. It's on Cherry Street. If you get off on Cherry Street, turn toward Magnolia, and you'll see Baker Boys down there on the right. He's got a 30-inch pie, like not even got in my van. He got the door closed. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm telling you, a slice of pizza feed 10 kids. Baker Boys Pizza is the place. I'm telling y'all, go by and see them and tell them that we sent you, and they're going to take care of you. They're going to be proud to see you, and they're going to be glad to feed you and your family. Great place for after church on Sundays. Go by and see the team at Baker Boys Pizza and tell them that Rick's House sent you.
Don't let do-it-yourself become do-it-to-yourself. This is Rick's House, the home improvement show.
Oh, well, it's Rick's House. If you got a question, he'll help you figure it out. 'Cause it's Rick's House.
Still feeling bummed. I was pouring him his first one. Smiled at him and said, "Hey son, bet I can guess why you're here. I've seen that broke down face before, dragging that busted heart through that door, searching desperately for that cure that dries up tears. And by the time you get enough of them down, you'll forget about her walking out. Where there's a beer, there's a way to put a smile back on your face. Just keep ordering up those rounds.
Good Sunday morning to you, Sebastian VT.
Go ahead, go on and
Vance. Good to see you, my brother.
Nobody in here's gonna think you're a fool.
Where there's a beer, there's a way. And this is from sponsor down in Panama City, Chris Keefe. He's got a set of twin boys, and this is one of his brothers is on one of his sons is playing the drums. The other one, Corey's singing. True country music. Good stuff on the program. Hope you're enjoying that. Dwayne made a comment in there. John, good to see you. I'm in my. We're at the cabins here at Cozy Mountain Cabins. Excited to see everybody joining in this morning. And Dwayne made a very, very valuable point. Guess what we're going to have for lunch? French style green beans. I know we got that going on, but I guarantee you if Mama's working on it, it's going to be delicious. Ain't nothing like a green bean spit cup. Like it. John Horton, good Sunday morning to you. I have reached in. I forgot my I have a big coffee cup that I drink out of. That's my cup. It's the one I use. I don't care if it's ever washed. It don't matter. It just, I'm gonna get that and say, "Oh my Lord, you got to wash that." I'm like, "No, why? It's seasoned. Like that cast iron skillet is seasoned." She said, "You don't season coffee cups." I said, "I do." And so we do that. But here in the cabinet, I found a butterfly. Isn't that special? Mug. So I'm officially calling that the Dolly Parton special since we were in Cosby, a beautiful Cosby, Tennessee, up on the river. A lot of trout out there, beautiful swans and ducks, and just all. I mean, Amy saw a deer last night. Was it last night when you saw the deer, Mom? Was it a buck or a doe? Did it have horns or no? No horns. So. And it should be past the button buck, so it's that season. So we got that going on. Enjoying the Steampunk Johnny coffee this morning from John Horton in the chat room. You'll see him there. That's right, John. John said, "Who washes their coffee cup?" LOL. Not me. Coffee cup or underwear? I'm good. And that's what Mama said today. She said, "You're gonna have to take a shower before you get in that hot tub." I said, "I know what I'm gonna have to do better than that." So just been working, making it happen. Dwayne's got a great point. We live out in the Gibbs community, and for those of y'all don't know where that is, that's northeast Knox County. And man, we're under an explosion. And Dwayne, I don't know if you knew this or not, but there was something on Facebook. Maybe you're the one who put it up. I can't remember. I can't remember that. Also, we're going to talk about covered bridges today. But, I put up sorry about that. I put up I was looking, and Gibbs High School, when Dwayne was there and I was there, Dwayne, the Eagle brother, and y'all, I'm telling you, absolutely one of the best finish, trim, and rough framing carpenters I've ever known in my life. I'm going to brag on you a little bit, Dwayne. I know you don't like it, but if it needs to be done, he can make it happen. I'm telling you. Attention to detail. Fantastic job. I've got a sawmill, too. John Horton, they can find you online. Is that how they get the coffee? Put your link in there. I absolutely love it. Amy and I love it. We do our regular coffee, which is Seattle's best. It's what we normally use, and then we use John's, but I use it sparingly because if I get hooked on it, it's just so good, and I know he's just getting going with it, so it's absolutely delicious. But that being said, Dwayne, I was looking, and back when we were in school and going to Gibbs, it was 7th through 8th grade. My class had 600 in it, something like that. 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade. I was looking, and Gibbs is now, they're like 4A. I think it's what they are. We were 2AA, but they're 4A. And in the state of Tennessee, the largest high school, now this is grades 9 through 12. This is not 7th and 8th grade. This is 9 through 12. What they're doing is White County. And I'm not sure where White County is. I'm really not sure where that is. Dwayne, if you know, let me know. But White County has the number was 1,352 students, and that's the largest 4A school. Now there's schools that are bigger, but in 4A school, that's the largest one in the state of Tennessee. Gibbs High School is number 2 with 1,348, like 3 kids behind or 4 kids behind the largest one. And so as Dwayne was saying and posting, talking about the Gibbs we knew and grew up with is long gone, and the development is huge. They're putting a huge Section 8 housing thing right in behind the middle of the community, in between the churches, and and there's subdivisions, and the flow of traffic is just unbelievable. And I would encourage each and every one to be involved and know what's going on in your community. But it's changing. It's just like they did Hardin Valley. You know, Hardin Valley used to be country. It ain't country no more. It's wall-to-wall houses from here to there. So just something to think about. It's an issue that if it's coming and there's no stopping it. I mean, it's going to come, but if it has to come, why not let it come with those people who have lived there and do live there and want to continue to see it to be done in the very best way it can be. And of course, that's my point on that. I mean, that's just something that we try to work with and make sure that we're making you aware of. And I appreciate Dwayne, you know, posting stuff and other folks that are posting stuff, you know, to make us aware of that. Now, I don't have the Miracle Method message line open today because I'm having to use it for internet where I am up here in Cosby in the mountains outside of Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and Newport. But I do have I can see y'all in the chat. And if I don't see it right away, it'll eventually pop up. You can also chat on the live stream as well, Sebastian. I know you're doing that. Yesterday, I talked about how to build a better dustpan. And, you know, we talked about that, and that was interesting. What I didn't get to talk about was the design of covered bridges. Covered bridges are something that I just think are just amazing, and they're treasures. They're things that we want to continue to recognize and to preserve when we can, just like the barns that we try. I love a good old barn, you know, especially one that's cantilevered. I mean, it's those things were just done and they're so pretty, but the thing we don't realize is they were done out of necessity. You know, that's the kicker. They were done with a purpose. And people say, well, gosh, why did you know, what's the thinking behind a covered bridge? And when I get in a cabin like I'm in now, and I get into a place which is a smaller community, and I see things, and you get that little bit of sense of. Amy said today I was pointing some stuff out to her in the construction, and she said that's probably how they did it back then, and yeah, it probably is, because you had to maximize the type of material you were using. But you can do that and still achieve a really nice look. You know, I'm looking at the stairs going up into the loft, and the stairs have one banister on each one instead of two, but it's right at the end, and the spacing's probably a little bit wider than what some of the codes want. But the other side of that is there ain't no kid going to get their head stuck in it, for one. And you know, so it's looking at all those things. The way the bathroom door is done is it swings opposite of the direction that I would have put it in if I was building someone's house. But by swinging it to the other direction, it swings all the way back and out of the way and allows for a handicap access door. And it worked great, you know, no problem whatsoever. So, you know, it's those kinds of things that you see with the utilization of materials. And as I said earlier, if you're carrying those on a horse or a wagon, you're going to utilize every doggone thing that you can use to make sure it happens and happens the way that it should. We're going to take our next time out. When we come back from that, we're going to jump on this covered bridge story. And nobody really knows for sure, but there's a couple neat ideas I want to share with you this morning. And then we're also going to continue to talk about that Miracle Method safety package for moms and dads and folks that do that. And gosh, we've got Beamer coming up. We're going to be telling you about Beamer technology. And we just got so much to talk about today. We're excited about it. Stick with us. Don't go anywhere. Don't want you to miss it. Hang on, youngins.
You got to start with a solid foundation. This is Rick's House, the home improvement show.
Hey, y'all, this is Rick Allen, host of Rick's House Home Improvement Radio Show on the road. And let me tell you about my friends at Knox Trail Salvage and Old City Kitchens. Joel Piper and the team there have been friends of this program for a long time, and they want to be your friend. Friends, they have got the best cabinets, the best products. You say, Rick, is it seconds? No, everything's first quality. They do have some seconds if you want to get a deal, but not on kitchens and not on about everything they have in the store. So trust me, they're part of our team. They want to be part of your team. And in this environment where building materials are going through the roof, they're going to have the best prices on the best products in Knoxville or anywhere in the surrounding area. Call them today. See them online. KnoxtrailSalvage.com, OldCityKitchens.com. A Rick's House favorite.
Hello, this is Pete with Sanders Plumbing Company. We've been your local trusted plumber since 1989. We're not a franchise or a branch of some huge company from out of town. We're your friends, neighbors, and part of your community. Let us take care of all of your plumbing needs, and we'll treat your home as if it were our own. Sanders Plumbing, quality service for quality people. Call 922-9175.
Stover's Liquidation knows that the cost of materials to build or remodel a home is going up, up, up. But our prices are low, low, low at Stover's Liquidation. Great prices every day. Luxury vinyl planks starting at just 69 cents per square foot. Pre-finished hardwood flooring starting at just $129 per square foot. Appliances, 40% less than you pay at the big box store. Just in, beautiful 3/4 by 6 pre-finished hardwood flooring. Several great colors. Get it before it's gone. Come shop us at Antioch, Oak Ridge, or Cookville, or online anytime at stoversliquidation.com. Stover's.
Want the good, the bad, and the ugly of home improvement? You found it. This is Rick's House.
Oh, well, it's Rick's House. If you got a question, he'll help you figure it out. 'Cause it's Rick's House.
I'm gonna hit the beach in the sunshine. Cheap sunglasses looking so right. Hitting the streets in my old man Chevrolet. Looking for a good time and then some. Kick it with my friends in the hot sand. I got a song blasting by the Zac Brown Band, yeah. Got a case of cold beer, ain't gonna last long here. I pick my friends up at the pier, they're all like kicking it.
Good Sunday afternoon to you. Welcome into Rick's House Live podcast on Sunday afternoons. We're so excited about y'all being here with us. And, you know, it achieves a little, that's a ringing of the dinner bell. Did y'all hear it? It allows us to, you know, do a few different things and talk about a few different things and use a little bit different music. Now I'm a little bit limited today because where I'm at, and Vance, to answer your question, I tried to send it, but it will not let me because it's running. I'm running off my phones. Brother Michael, good to see you, cuz I'm running off my phone and it will only run so much in the amount of internet that I have here. So, once again, sir, my apologies, but you can join Facebook Live and comment with us there, and we are waiting for your arrival. Okay, well, maybe he'll join us back there in a minute. We were talking a lot about the amount of housing that's coming and all those kinds of things, and you know, I want to talk about covered bridges, and that's something that we were going to tell. There's nobody really actually knows what the true origin of a covered bridge is. There's my prop and get my arm up. They don't know that, but there's two trains of thought on it, and both of these make sense to me. The first train of thought is because cattle and oxes and horses and all types of things that were used to move material at that time, or to move from one pasture field to the next, or to do whatever was necessary to get them where you needed them to go, they were hesitant to cross a wooden bridge. A lot of that they felt like had to do with what the animal would see. The water beneath and the height of the bridge and all those kinds of things. So what they did, the thought behind the covered bridge was with walls and with a ceiling over, a roof over top of it, pardon me, not what I meant to say, but with the roof over part of it, then it allowed them to move the animals through the structure to get them from one side to the other side and not stress them. Now, that makes pretty good sense to me. I could see that. I mean, I could see that being an issue. That is one suggestion about the way covered bridges were brought on and why we have them and all that kind of stuff. The other one I think is also really interesting in the fact that they said the covered bridge, because it was made of wood back in the day, it allowed itself to be exposed to wind and rain and snow and all the things that happen. Because of that, it made the lifetime of the covered bridge very short. Of the uncovered bridge, I should say, not the covered bridge, the uncovered bridge. So if they covered it with walls and made a structure, then, from maybe a bridge that lasts 5 years, all of a sudden we got a bridge that lasts 15 years. And so it was out of preservation to make the structure last as long as possible that they utilized covering it, which really makes the most sense to me. I think it's a combination of both things. I don't know for sure, but in my mind, it makes sense for it to be really more about, well, actually, I think both things make sense, because if you ever tried to lead an animal across something that you can do to get them from one place to another, and they're scared. Yesterday, when Chevy came with us, and he just did not want to go up those stairs because he's so little, because he could see through, and so he didn't feel confident enough in doing that. So that's what we did. Send me a text, Vance, and I'll see what I can do to help you with that. Just go to the Facebook Live and click live, and you'll be able to join. You should be able to, unless it's limited to me because of the amount of internet speed that I have. Some places, that's another reason why this is one of our favorite places. We have limited internet up here, and it's okay. Sometimes I don't want it, but I want it, but I do want it on Sundays to be able to communicate with you guys. So, that's something part of what we do. Now, I begin this campaign talking about the safety system, the safety package that they have at Miracle Method. Miracle Method, Chris and Emily and Brian, 865-693-5522, 865-693-5522. This is where they come in. They take your existing tub shower, whether it's fiberglass, they cut it out and put a piece in there so it's an easy step in for mom or dad or grandma or whoever that you've got coming with you, maybe a handicapped person that's younger even. And then they can also, if you want a door on it, they can also do doors. They can do all those kinds of things. They resurface the bottom of the tub to make sure that, it's easy to stand on. We were in the tub, as I told y'all, down in Panama City. And the end result was it was so slick that I just felt like I couldn't, it was scary to me. It really, tapping live didn't work. I'm afraid. Let me go to Vance here. We can do this live. I'm afraid of spiders. You can either go to the Rick's House page or go to the Rick's House radio show page, either one. And you should be able to pull it up that way, Vance, and come on in there with us so that we can talk to you. So it was just so slick. And then the other thing is grab bars. And, there's all kinds of grab bar things out there, whether it's just little handles that now they're going to mount these correctly into studs so that you're going to know that when you grab onto it, you're going to be able to hang on to it, and you're not going to end up going down the drain or bust. Because if you've ever fallen in a tub, man, that can be extremely dangerous. So that Miracle Method package is the way to go with that. If you're in Knoxville or surrounding areas, or even Chattanooga, Cleveland, up here in Pigeon Forge, Sevierville, Cosby, Newport, they can help you. 865-693-5522. Tell them that Rick's House sent you. So, that's important. Now, something we've not talked about yet is yesterday I met with, we had Jim Vesper on. And Dwayne, this is something you're going to be interested in, and Michael, you too. And as many of you know, I have mobility issues, and so I'm dealing with that, and I've been doing physical therapy and doing all those kinds of things. The Beamer technology, and we're going to continue to talk about this, BEMER, Beamer. And basically it's radio waves. It's electromagnetic treatment. And you do it twice a day for 8 minutes. Each time it's got a sleep study. You can sleep thing. You can sleep with it on, and it'll do what it's supposed to do. But basically, and this is something that Jim said yesterday, your capillaries and your veins need to open. They need to open and close and open and close to move the blood through your body, wherever that may be. And so for those of us who have, like I have neuropathy and we have those mobility issues, my veins kind of look like I have decent flow, but, I had that checked when I was in the hospital a couple months ago, and don't have any clots, thank goodness. But it looks like, paper mill, 640 coming into paper mill. There's a little squirrel coming across the yard. 640 to paper mill in Knoxville, coming out of 40, all trying to get there at 5 o'clock or 4:30 or 7:30 or 8 in the morning. It's just really, really slow. Well, when you get on this Beamer therapy, they've got a microscope that'll follow that, and within 90 seconds, that just opens up and that blood's moving through there like you're at that intersection at 3 a.m. I mean, it's an amazing thing. They also use it. My wife and I have dear friends that are in the horse business, and they have cutting horses, and they utilize they have it for animals. And so they utilize those before they go on to perform, and they utilize them again after they perform to help recovery. Because think about it. If the blood in your body, I'm no doctor, not claiming to be a doctor, no. I'm just talking from common sense. If you can increase the blood flow through your body and the oxygen through your body that it delivers, it can remove toxins. It can do all kinds of things that make you feel better. And honestly, this is the truth. Honestly, if I go to therapy, physical therapy, and then I move on and I go to Beamer therapy and I do that, the next day I feel pretty good. If I don't, I have days where I can't hardly walk because I just can't. I can't do that. Hey, Ruby, good morning. Good afternoon. Good to see you. We're coming to you live from Cozy Mountain Cabins, Creekside Bliss. You can go to Cozy with a Z, mountaincabins.com, and look at all the different cabins. Just click cabins and you'll see the one that we're in right here on the creek. It's beautiful this morning. We got up and enjoyed the wildlife and some of that Steampunk Johnny's coffee that I'm still working on right now. And it's something that is peaceful it's our happy place. It's our place we go, and we've all got to have those. So, Miss Ruby, I'm going to try to see if I can't play Rendicella for you today. I mean, I'll have to take a time out to do it, but I'm going to see if I can't do that for you. That's something that we had a lot of fun with when I was doing radio back in the day. And man says I may be good, but I ain't pretty. Boy, that's the truth. That surely is. Watched the ball game last night. Now I finally fell asleep in the fourth quarter. Hated to see that, but you know, it is what it is. They are a young team, and you know they're getting there. So we'll see what happens with that. But when talking about the average age of subcontractors, and Dwayne, you know this is true. You know, we are an aging bunch. And your body is just like a machine, and it's going to continue. You're going to use it over and over again. Well, just like I told the scenario yesterday, if you're running, you know, when I worked for Huddig Sash and Door, we'd run 750, 800 doors a day. But if you don't stop and adjust that machine after every 50 doors or 30 doors or whatever it is, it gradually begins to get out of alignment. And then it finally gets to a point where it's so far out of alignment that you got a door that doesn't function properly. And our bodies are the same way. You know, we put maintenance into our cars, but we don't maintain our homes. And then we also don't maintain our bodies to speak. And I'm not talking about looking, you know, like Johnny Unitas or Arnold Schwarzenegger. What's wrong here? I'm talking about, you know, just the health of the movement and everything else that comes along with that. So this is something that we're going to continue to talk about. It's going to be part of what we do. And we're going to share with you how you can utilize that and how that works, because I believe in it. Jerry Cunningham Sr. was the one that brought it to me. And then I met Jim, and it makes sense to me. It's something that I think is awesome. And I think it'll continue to be helpful. It's been around 25 years, something like that, but it's one of those things we don't hear about. So that's just part of it. And I wanted to share that with you just a little bit today. We're going to take that next time out to make sure we've heard from those before the top of the hour. I'm going to see if I can put Rendicella together for Miss Ruby, and we'll come back and we'll talk more home improvement. You ask me a question in the chat room. You got something you want to talk about? We'll talk about it. You're listening to Rick's House right here on Rick's House Radio Show on the road, or Rick Allen Merrill Live. Hang on, youngins. We will be right back.
To build a strong house, you gotta start with a solid foundation. This is Rick's House, the home improvement show.
Hey, y'all, this is Rick Allen, host of Rick's House Home Improvement Radio Show on the road. Let me tell you about my friends at Knox Rail Salvage and Old City Kitchens. Joel Popper and the team there have been friends of this program for a long time, and they want to be your friend. Friends, they have got the best cabinets, the best products. You say, Rick, is it seconds? No, everything's first quality. They do have some seconds if you want to get a deal, but not on kitchens and not on about everything they have in the store. So trust me, they're part of our team. They want to be part of your team. And in this environment where building materials are going through the roof, they're going to have the best prices on the best products in Knoxville or anywhere in the surrounding area. Call them today. See them online. KnoxRailSalvage.com, OldCityKitchens.com. A Rick's House favorite.
Hello, this is Pete with Sanders Plumbing Company. We've been your local trusted plumber since 1989. We're not a franchise or a branch of some huge company from out of town. We're your friends, neighbors, and part of your community. Let us take care of all of your plumbing needs, and we'll treat your home as if it were our own. Sanders Plumbing, quality service for quality people. Call 922-9175.
Stover's Liquidation knows that the cost of materials to build or remodel a home has gone up, up, up. But our prices are low, low, low at Stover's Liquidation. Great prices every day. Luxury vinyl plank starting at just 69 cents per square foot. Pre-finished hardwood flooring starting at just $129 per square foot. Appliances, 40% less than you pay at the big box store. Just in, beautiful 3/4 by 6 pre-finished hardwood flooring. Several great colors. Get it before it's gone. Come shop us at Antioch, Oak Ridge, or Cookville, or online anytime at stoversliquidation.com. Stover.
Want the good, the bad, and the ugly of home improvement? You found it. This is Rick's House.
Oh, well, it's Rick's House. If you got a question, he'll help you figure it out. 'Cause it's Rick's House.
Good Sunday afternoon. Welcome into the program. You're listening to Rick's House Radio Show on the road. Thanks for being with us. We're excited about the podcast. We're going to be doing that each and every Sunday starting right after church at noon. And we're going to be moving that to other places as we've talked about this morning. And so we'll be making that happen. And we are trying to have a little bit of a vacation here off and doing that. So we've done about an hour today. So I'm going to finish it up here shortly. I want to thank y'all that take time. Miss Ruby, I can't load that, but I promise you that I will load it for this coming week so that we can get that on there, and I'll work on that while I'm up here. I have, as I said, this is the most beautiful place. You come in off the main road, and then you wind around through the mountains, and you come down, and you end up in this big meadows, what I would call it, and the creek is along the backside. And I will try to post some pictures today about that so you guys can see it. You can go to CozyMountainCabins.com. CozyMountainCabins.com, and you can see the pictures there, and it's just gorgeous. And see Anita. You know, you can call Anita directly at 865-660-0340. 865-660-0340. You can always go to rickshouseradio.com and send me an email there, or rickshouseradio@gmail.com and send me a message there, and we'll give you that information, and we'll be working on that coming back up. We got a lot of stuff coming during the next week. Got some folks coming in that are new, and we're going to talk some more windows. We're going to talk doors, and we're going to talk styles. I'm seeing houses change. You know, we've had this whole farmhouse thing going on for a long period of time, and I think that's changing just a little bit. And I always want to continue to talk about frugality. As Amy and I look about putting our house that we're going to finish out in, hopefully together, we're thinking about, you know, I really like how to be creative and the utilization of materials as it continues to be price driven, and those prices be driven up by the number of people coming in our community. So we want to make sure that we are giving you the best information and pointing you to the best places. We'll be doing a live remote, most likely the second weekend of December at Knox Trail Salvage over at Greenway Drive. So we're excited about that. We're also going to be doing one from Baker Boys Pizza, and then hopefully Senor Taco and Cancun Mexican Restaurant coming up. So you guys can come out and get a bite to eat with us, and we'll talk home improvement and all that kind of stuff as we go along. And we sure are looking positive and forward to that. Sorry, I was reading Vance's text. I can't multitask like I used to, Mom. I can't do it like I used to. I could be texting and running the board and talking and answering questions and doing all that at the same time, but I can't do it just as good as I used to. Welcome to your mid to late 50s, y'all. That's what happens. But God bless you. And thank you for joining us today. I'm going to get off here and eat a little bite and spend some time with my bride. And I hope you have a blessed week. And remember, you never know how long those folks are going to be around. You never know what might happen. We don't know what tomorrow brings. So put your arms around them, tell them you love them, and we'll look forward to seeing you back Saturday morning, 8 to 10 on WJBZ, and Sunday afternoon, 12 to 1 or 1:30 or 2, just depending on how long we want to go and where we are. Appreciate you listening this Saturday. Thank you so much for being part of who we are. I'm going to leave you with a little music from Big Sandy and the Fly Right Boys. I like this one.
And we'll send you away with this song here now.